What's up guys, Magic Knives here, and here is some more Modern Warfare beta footage. Go knife only in this, and again, none of these gameplays that I got during the beta were super great according to my own gameplay standards, but for the sake of the beta I was willing to just get some footage of knifing, so hopefully you can still enjoy that and still get some footage and understanding of how the knife works in this game. So again, some of it might change. Hopefully we get a combat knife in this game, which would be nice. So, but we will see. We got about a month before that happens. So anyways, in this commentary I want to talk about Systema again. About a month or so ago I even did a commentary on Systema and why I enjoy it very much as a martial art, or at least a self-defense system, somewhat, so to speak. I'll leave that commentary. I'll leave the link down in the description if you would like to listen to that as well. But in today's commentary, I want to talk about why Systema is very often, especially on the internet, it is very much trashed upon on the internet, and why we don't see it in the UFC, or at least it hasn't been utilized by any mixed martial artist in the UFC so far yet. So as you probably know, I am a Systema practitioner. Definitely not definitely not an expert, and I'm certainly far from mastering Systema, like, by a long shot. I've been doing Systema irregularly for about 6 months now, I'd say. I used to be able to do it once a week, and however, over the summer I was pretty busy, so it was harder for me to attend classes, so I'd only go maybe once every 3 or 4 weeks, which is pretty wide gap. So got pretty rusty, but now that now that the summer's kind of over, I'm hoping to get more back into it and kind of refresh some skills there. But one of the biggest criticisms that Systema gets is because it always looks so unorthodox, very, very like sloppy. There isn't no technique or form that is usually seen with other martial arts like Muay Thai, karate, and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, all that stuff, which is a lot of times like you'll see those kind of martial arts way more often in like UFC. I don't know about karate, but like if it's in the UFC at all, but probably like boxing, kickboxing, and Muay Thai, very good possibility. There's at least most of those are in the UFC. But as far as Systema, guys, like, it is definitely there's many reasons why it can be looked down upon by people who hold the UFC to such a high like parameter, because that's really where people who learn mixed martial arts can put their skills to the test against other highly skilled mixed martial artists. And the thing about Systema is, though, is that it does not involve sparring, at least not regular sparring, where you put on gloves and you basically fight somebody to basically test your skills, and also and so forth. However, the thing about what's the reason why the difference with the Systema is I do consider what we do, or what we practice when we're practicing Systema, it is sparring in a sense, but I'm putting it in quotations because, for one, we're not wearing any gloves or any knee protection or everything. We are not going full force, because when I talked to my instructor, and his name's Vladimir Vasiliev, he's like one of the like best practitioners of Systema in the world. He's very well known, like, internationally, but I'm fortunate enough to take lessons from him from time to time here in Canada. But he explained to me, it's just like sparring in other martial arts is very much showing who is more aggressive, and like it's basically an ego boost for people to try and show who is more aggressive, who is more powerful. But so Systema, and this is from another video, it's from a analysis of Systema by Fight Perfect. I'll leave a link in that as well. But they basically say, but the practitioner in that video for Systema, he says, Systema is for combat or life or death situations only. It's not designed for competition fighting, because whenever you look at UFC, it's usually the person who's the most aggressive wins. And in a competition setting, that is like how most martial art, like most MMA fighters win, by being the most aggressive. The more aggressive you are, the more points you get, and the more chances you have of winning. However, when it comes to street fighting and life or death situations, you are trying to avoid being the aggressor. And in that sense, Systema is designed to be more passive. Passive, much like in other martial arts such as Tai Chi, or like martial arts in that realm. So Systema has that passive way of fighting to allow you to defend yourself in a life or death or street fight scenario without becoming too much of the aggressor, so to speak. And so that's to say, well, that by the way Systema is designed, it is probably not capable enough to work in a UFC fight. Now, that doesn't mean we won't ever see it in the UFC. Maybe somewhere down the road we'll have somebody who utilizes some elements of Systema, because remember, Systema is utilized by the Russian special forces. That is the Spetsnaz, and they are like very highly competent with Systema, and they can be really deadly with that. So maybe we will see elements of Systema used by a MMA fighter in a couple years down the road. That said, it may be mixed with another martial arts along with it, with Systema being sort of the defensive tactics, and having something else, maybe like I don't know, like Muay Thai or boxing with it. But that said, guys, don't trash it just because you see videos of people flailing arms. There's a lot more to Systema than meets the eye, and hopefully, if you're open-minded enough about martial arts, you can realize that it's not the style, it's how good you are in fighting that matters in the end. Thanks for listening to this commentary, guys, and hope to see you guys in my future videos. Peace out, guys.